Hey guys, I'm Fluid, and welcome to another episode of Flowing with Fluid.
Release, 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 release.
Peace and love, my beautiful people. So today's practice is going to be a floor practice. It's going to be completely on the floor. I am nursing a rolled ankle on the same foot that I keep having problems with, y'all. So, and if you've noticed, I got a couple extra fur babies with me today. I'm house and dog sitting. So go ahead, grab your mat, grab your block, grab your water, blankets, because we're going to end with a meditation. And consult your doctor before starting any new regimen, including this one. I'll see you on the mat. So we're going to start by breathing. Just breathing and checking in with the body. And we're going to start awakening our body with sound. We're going to do 3 rounds of Om. So go ahead and join in on these 3 rounds with me. At the pace of your own breath, just join in. Om. Let that resonate in your body. I'm going to move into some mantra. May we be happy together. May we be nourished together. May there be no quarrel amongst us. May we have peace, peace, peace. Om Sahana Bhavatu. Sahanau Punaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavad Hitomastumavid Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We're going to come into our first pranayama. We're going to inhale at equal breaths, so 4 parts each way. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. And continue flowing at the pace of your own breath. 2, 3, 4. If you can do more than a 4 count, do more. You can do a 5 count if you want. 6 count, 8 count, whatever feels good for you. Two, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. We're going to do this for 3 more rounds. Last one. And now we're going to bring the arms up at our sides, wide up. Exhaling into Namaste. We're going to do 2 more rounds of Namaste hands. Inhaling the arms up wide. Exhaling to heart center. One last one. Letting all that out. Check in with the body. Notice how it feels now. Notice how we're breathing. And we're going to move into some neck stretches. We're just going to shake the head left and right. It's as if we're saying no to all of the things that no longer serve us. And remembering that slower is better here. Taking our time to look left and look right. Blocking all negativity. And we're going to bring our heads to heart center. Bring our heads to center. And we're going to look up. Inhaling. And as we exhale, we're going to look down, bringing our chin towards our chest. Continuing to flow in this movement. Saying yes to all positivity and yes to all of the things that bring greatness into our lives. And we're going to start to move into some neck circles. So we're just going to draw a circle with our nose. And we can start off small with this circle and gradually move into bigger circles. Since our practice is completely on the mat, I want to challenge all of my visual learners, because I know a lot of you are visual learners, to close your eyes during this practice, to draw your attention within. We can rotate directions, go in the opposite direction. And just try to notice how you're feeling on the inside. Try to hone in on those listening skills and just listen to the sound of my voice to know how to go into the next movement. And listen to your body. Do what your body wants to do. Do what feels good within your body. So if your body wants something different than what I say, take the time to do that. And we're just going to allow our head to fall to one side. And we're going to bring our 2 fingers, our pointer finger and our middle finger, to our temple. And this is just supporting our head. And we're just going to look down. And then look up. So we have our 2 fingers on our temple assisting us here so that we're not placing too much pressure on our neck. And we're just going to allow our gaze to come down towards the mat and then right back up towards the ceiling. Remembering to do whatever range of motion is most comfortable for you. And we're going to find our way to center, releasing the hand back down and lifting the head up to center. Checking the alignment of our spine, making sure we haven't started to slouch in our seat. And we're just going to allow our head to fall to the opposite side. Take our 2 fingers on the opposite side, place them at our temple. Same thing, opposite side. And we're going to slowly release from that stretch, placing our hand down and head back to center. We're going to come into some shoulder movements. So we're going to place our hands at the top of our shoulders. And we're going to kind of do like a swimming, like a backstroke motion back. Just opening up our chest, making a figure 8 with our arms. You also have the option of just doing both at the same time and also leaving your hands at your knees and just doing shoulder rolls back. I find this to be a lot more dynamic and really helps me open up my chest and open up my shoulders while also working my oblique muscles. And we can start to rotate in the other direction, bringing them forward. And we can find our way to center. Go ahead and release. We're going to do some wrist circles. Inhaling as we circle our wrists out, opening up the arms. And exhaling as we bring the arms back in, circling the wrist in the opposite direction. Continuing to breathe at the pace of our own breath with this movement. And on our next exhale, we can release from that. Go ahead and just give your hands a nice little shake. Shake them forward, flip, and shake them the other way. And now we're just gonna open up our hands a little bit. So we're gonna just circle our index finger. Go ahead in opposite direction. And we only really need about 5 of each finger in each direction. So move to the next finger. And after you count 5 in one direction, do the opposite direction and move to the next finger. Ooh, I'm having trouble with my baby. All right, we're gonna release from that. Inhale the arms up. We're gonna exhale opposite side. Twisting through our bellies, looking out to the side. Inhale those arms back up. Exhale, opposite side. 1, 2 more. Inhale up. Rotating directions. Striving to look further behind you with each movement. One more round. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, opposite side. This time we're going to stay here. And we're going to strive to pay attention to our spine and our chest, making sure that we first twist through our belly and then allow our chest and neck to follow. And we can exhale, release from that stretch, coming back to center. Take a deep breath in, and on our exhale, exhale opposite side. Same thing this side. And we can inhale, back to center, exhale, namaste hands. Take another breath, and we're gonna move into our tabletop position. From here, we wanna make sure our wrists are directly underneath our shoulders, hips underneath our knees underneath our hips. We're gonna come into our cat-cow, inhaling as we arch the back, lifting the head up. Exhaling as we round the back, dropping the head down. And continuing to flow at the pace of our own breath. Matching 1 breath per movement. And from here, we're going to find our way to a neutral spine. And we're just going to move at our torso. Isolating our torso in a circular motion. And we can go in the opposite direction. And now we're going to come into our hip circles. So we're going to lean forward slightly, hinging at the hips, bringing your hips around and back around to the opposite side. Moving our hips in a circular motion. And we can go in the opposite direction. Coming back to a neutral spine, back into that tabletop position. We're going to come into our leg circles, which is also working our hips. We're just going to do like a fire hydrant movement, bringing the knee up and around in a circular motion. And we can rotate in the opposite direction. Placing that knee down, we're going to go to the opposite side. Same thing, opposite side. And go in the opposite direction. Placing that heel down. We can send the knees out wide for our child's pose. You also have the option of switching this out for puppy dog. Or if you want an additional challenge, you can go into down dog. We're just taking a short rest here. Releasing any stagnant energy. We're going to come back up into tabletop position. This time, we're going to straighten out that leg and we're going to send it from side to side, looking, following that foot with our gaze. So we're working our obliques here. We're also working our glutes. Just looking side to side. And we can go ahead and release from that, placing that knee back down into our tabletop, switching to the opposite leg. Same thing, opposite side. Lay down. And we can release from that, placing our knees back down onto the mat, choosing to do a child's pose, puppy dog, or down dog one more time. Loud exhales, releasing all stagnant energy. And we're gonna come up into our laying position, laying on our bellies. We're gonna bring our hands at our sides as if we were just doing a chaturanga. These kind of look like little cricket legs. They're right at our chest. Well, right below our chest. We're gonna come into a cobra flow. So if you are pregnant, you want to avoid this movement that we're about to do, and there's a timestamp below where you can just skip this part of the practice. We're going to use our back muscles to peel our chest off of the mat, looking up. This is baby cobra. We're going to stay here for a little bit. Exhale, release. Come right back up into that baby cobra. Exhale, release. We're going to do another round, and you can choose to come all the way up into up dog. Making sure that we're using those back muscles and hugging our shoulder blades together to push us up. Exhale, back down to the mat. One more round, yogi's choice. Do baby cobra or full cobra. Exhale, releasing from that stretch back down onto the mat. So now we're going to come into our Supermans. And for Superman, you have a couple different options. You can use your back muscles, your abs, and your legs, and all of those muscles to lift completely off the mat. You can have your arms up here, really opening up that chest and using those back muscles. You also have the option of bringing your arms back here, which is just another way of opening up your chest and using your back muscles. You also have the option of leaving one arm and one leg on the mat at a time as we do this. So choose whichever is most comfortable for you. You're going to exhale back down to the mat. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale. Another deep breath in, and on our exhale, we're going to exhale up into that stretch, picking whichever way you want to do these Supermans. Really feeling how it feels to breathe through our bellies when we're on our bellies. Exhale, release from that stretch, release back down to the mat. Take a deep breath in, and on your exhale, go ahead and come back into those Supermans, choosing whichever way you want to do them. Really using those back muscles and those core muscles, and squeezing the glutes too if you want. Squeezing the quads. Exhale, release. We're going to do one more and then we're done with these. Inhale. And on your exhale, come up into your Superman. Hold for 2 more breaths. And from here, we're gonna come into a little breathing stretch. So we're gonna cross our hands right here at the top of our mats. And we're just gonna place our chin on our hands. Just breathing here. Just take note of how it feels to breathe while you're on your belly. Take note of how the breath moves into your back. Two more breaths here. Last one. Now we're going to come into our swastika pose. Now I want to just acknowledge the elephant with that word. The swastika is actually a constellation, and it is a sacred symbol that was used by a terrible group of people, you know, but we're not going to give them any power with the word. They didn't come up with it. They don't even, most of them don't even know what it means, I'm pretty sure. So forget them. What we're going to do is we're going to place our arm out. So I'm starting with my right arm. We're going to place it out straight. And then we're going to roll over to our side. So we're stretching out that shoulder. I'm actually going to move over to the other side so you can see what it looks like on that side. So I'm straightening out my left arm, and I'm just going to roll over to my side. Now, if this is as far as you can go where it's comfortable, stay here. You don't want to strain that shoulder. Just go over to the side as much as it is comfortable. And you can lift the opposite. So I'm on my left arm, I'm stretching my left shoulder, and this is my right leg that is up in the air and is bent to the side. I'm using my foot, my right foot for support, and I'm using my right hand for support as well. So I can be further down to the mat, I can be further up, whatever is most comfortable. Couple more breaths here. And we're going to come back to our other side. So if you're pregnant, you might want to just place that knee down, press up. And then you're just going to come on to that side, straighten out the right arm while you're still on the side, giving your belly some chance to breathe, giving your belly some room, and just come up on that shoulder just like we did on the other side. And we're going to exhale from that stretch, rolling back over to our, we're we're actually gonna roll over to our back. So whichever way you get there is fine. Just get to your back the most comfortable way possible. And we're gonna come into a bridge flow. So we're gonna exhale the hips up towards the ceiling. And exhale them right back down to the mat. Or exhale our hips to the ceiling. Inhale back down to the mat. Continuing to flow at the pace of our own breath. And we also have another way that we can do our bridge flow to really open up our spine. And what we're going to do for that, if you're not comfortable with this, you can stay at the regular bridge flow, take a break, take a second to breathe, and then just move right back into it as we continue this movement. So for this, what we're going to do is we're going to start with our pelvic muscles. And we're going to peel our pelvic muscles off the ground first, allowing each vertebrae to touch and to lift off at a time, lifting up. And then when we come back down, we want to do that as slowly as well. And we're going to add that pelvic rock in. So we're going to also kind of extend our pelvis down. So we're shifting our pelvis down and then up and then lifting up. And then when we come back down, we uncurl, shift down and back up. So you can watch me for this point if that doesn't make sense, or again stay with the regular bridge. So here I'm doing my pelvic rock and slowly lifting up, intentionally lifting up each vertebrae and also allowing each vertebrae to touch as I release. And then adding that pelvic rock. Being really intentional with this movement. Scooping that pelvis up. I'm just going to do 2 more of these. And we can release. Go ahead and send your legs out wide. And we're just going to shake our knees from side to side, allowing them to fall at each side. Giving our hips a nice little break here. And our sit bones a nice massage. And And we can come back to center. We're gonna come into crunches. So we're gonna bring our hands up to our ears and behind our ears. We're gonna make sure that we're using our core to lift our shoulders off the mat and that we're not placing any pressure on our necks. We're gonna exhale, slowly lifting our shoulders off the mat and right back down. Continuing to do these at the pace of our own breath. And making these movements slow and controlled. And we're just gonna do 2 more. And release from that stretch once you complete your last one. And from here, we're gonna straighten out those legs. We're placing our hands at our sides, making sure that our chest is open. We're gonna lift up one leg, and it can be high or it could be kind of low. It's up to you. We're gonna lift it up, and we're just gonna do some leg circles this way. So we're using our core here to keep our leg up. And notice, like, you know, if you start with smaller circles and make those bigger, just kind of notice what's harder. Is it harder to do the smaller circles? Is it harder to do the bigger circles? You will be surprised. Just breathe in this. And go in the opposite direction. Same leg. Keep that core tight. And we can exhale, release from that stretch. Take a deep breath in, and on our next exhale, go ahead and lift up that opposite leg. And go ahead and rotate. Maybe start with your smaller circles and make them bigger over time. And just challenge yourself to keep your leg up. Just because we're doing a floor practice doesn't mean that we're not going to challenge ourselves, you know. And we can rotate directions, go in the opposite direction, same leg. And we can exhale, release that leg. Go ahead and bend those knees one more time. Send those legs out wide and just do our windshield wiper knees back and forth. straighten out one leg. I'm gonna grab my right knee, keeping my right knee bent, bringing it to my chest. And we can do some wrists, not some wrists, but some ankle circles here. This is my ankle that I rolled, so I'm gonna be real gentle with her. And we can do the opposite direction. We're gonna go ahead and grab that right knee with the left arm. Bring that right knee over to the left side, lifting our gaze to the right. So we're in our spinal twist. If you are pregnant, instead of doing the spinal twist, what you can do is come into a seated position here, and you're gonna keep your legs kind of open. So you're gonna bend your right knee, keep your left knee straight, just like if you were laying down, and you're just gonna go here. And you're gonna look back this way. Stay here for a couple more breaths, whether you're laying down or you're sitting up. And you can exhale from that stretch. If you're laying down, go ahead and bring both legs to the same side, and we're gonna do the same thing, opposite side. Same thing if you're pregnant, or if that's just not comfortable for you, you have a back injury or whatever, you can always choose to do this instead. And just open up the chest and stretch the back this way. I'm gonna go ahead and go back into a laying position, because I really like this stretch. And if you didn't do your ankle circles, you can do those as well if you didn't remember to do those. And hit that spinal twist. And we can exhale, releasing from that stretch, no matter where you are. If you are sitting up, you might want to just stretch this way, just release your arms back, lifting the chest up, bending the knees here. If you are laying on your back, go ahead and bring those knees to your chest. Hug your knees to your chest, rock side to side. Give your back a nice massage here. And if you're not that far along on your pregnancy, you can choose to come into happy baby and also do this on your back, rocking side to side. This allows you to still have more room for your baby. But if you are like in your third trimester, I suggest that you just stay up in that upright position and just, you know, enjoy that nice stretch that way. And we're gonna come right back. And we're gonna get ready for our final relaxation. So go ahead and grab your blankets, grab whatever you need. If you are pregnant, I suggest that you maybe lay on your side, maybe have one arm out straight and just lay this way. You also can lay in puppy dog, whichever is most comfortable for you, whether you're pregnant, whether you're not. If you want to lay supine, that's my favorite position. I like to get a little nap in, but you know. So I'm gonna grab my singing bowls and you go ahead and do whatever stretch you feel you wanna do while I get this ready. You're laying supine. Remember to breathe deeply and completely. Remember that the past and the future do not exist in this moment. We are focusing on what is here and what is now. Connecting with our bodies, connecting with our mind. Grounding into that seat, into that lay. Inhale, exhale. Connect. myself to be love, to feel love, to enjoy love. Love is all around me. Love is within me. Love is me. I am a being of love. I am a being of love, 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 love. I am a being of love. I am a being of love, 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 love. Inhale, embracing all of that love. Exhale, envisioning that love. And we step into our power with our love. With courage, with vulnerability, with strength. consciously, beautifully. Know that your voice has power. Frequencies have power. We all have the power to heal ourselves and others with our words, with our frequencies, with our energy. So speak love, speak light, speak wealth and abundance, speak truth, and speak free. Take a really deep inhale, really filling up the full belly, working up to our chest and our ribs. Breathing all the way in, holding at the top. Loud, audible exhale. You can continue to breathe and release. Release through that exhale. Deep inhales. that you are divinely guided, divinely connected. Go ahead and call your attention back into the space, back into your body. Enjoy those deep inhales and deep exhales. When you exhale, at the bottom of your breath, squeeze your abdomen and get all of that stagnant energy out. Know that you are detoxifying your body with your exhale. So take those deep, full exhales. And you're cleansing and bringing in good energy when you inhale. So inhale those deep, beautiful inhales. Give gratitude to your breath. Give gratitude to today's practice. Give gratitude to yourself for being here and staying present. Thank you for joining me. Peace and love. Ubuntu.